it's going to be a birthday present for Arthur Stevenson, or is it? Durham Edition pressing on the outside of Mr Frisk. They pull well clear. They race round the elbow. Mr Frisk finds reserves, a furlong to go. Durham Edition on the left, Mr Frisk on the right. In the red cap, Mr Frisk bravely. Here comes Durham Edition for more. Mr Frisk finds reserves. Mr Frisk is going to win it.
Winning did not cross my mind till crossing the Anchor Bridge, Melling Road. So, we're still a mile and a half from home, probably, are we? And at least that. And so I actually quite enjoyed, those fences up the side of the course, and he met everyone on a long stride and went for it. And I went for it. And I guess if you're trying to find half a length that I beat Durham Edition by, is probably over those last, certainly the 4 fences, Valentine's back to the Melling Road. He got those absolutely spot on long, and he must have made a couple of lengths, even over horses jumping well. So I guess if you were trying to calculate where you got the half length from at the end of the race, that was probably where it was.
And as we get to the home turn, there's always usually a fly in the ointment for the leaders at that point in the National. Yours was potentially, as you said, Durham Edition, who had previous form in the race. You've been placed in it. What exactly is going through your head when you start to hear a semblance of a rival coming to you?
Well, so in those days we never looked round, and it was like forbidden. Nowadays jockeys, I think, do neck exercises so they can look round more easily, but in those days you didn't look round, but you did have you have a sixth sense. So crossing the Melling Road, I looked up and saw the stands, and I always get slightly emotional when I walk around the course. So that was the first. I looked up, saw the stands about 3/4 of a mile away, and thought, crikey, I'm still in front, and I think I've got quite a lot of petrol left in the tank. And
dangerous.
And that was the first time I thought, gosh, this is winnable. And for an amateur, you'd had 4 winners that season. It's not a position you ever think you're going to be in, although I dreamt about it forever. And so I mean, then it's a question of trying to keep everything together and not cocking it up. And we had a plan not to hit Mr Frisk, because going back to that first National I'd been to, with Crisp running off a true line, and if Richard Pitman could do it again, he probably wouldn't have hit him, or he might have pulled his stick through and hit him with that, keep him straighter. I could hear, so coming to the second last, I was beginning to hear, so have a sixth sense that I wasn't alone anymore. And then you can see sort of out the corner of your eye that there's something there. And I could see these light blue colours. And for some reason, I thought it was Team Challenge of Jenny Pitman's, and which I knew was she'd probably give me a bollocking for saying as slow as a hearse. And I was thinking, there's no way that's going to come past me. That wants 5 miles in the heavy. It's not going to pass me on fast ground. Little did I know it was Chris Grant, whose nickname was Rambo, because he was so strong in a finish. And so I had I wasn't sort of fazed by that at all. And he was, I could see him getting a bit closer and a bit closer out of the corner of my eye, and I could see the horse's head and that sort of thing. But at no stage was he coming fast enough. He was gaining an inch every now and again, but he wasn't suddenly there beside me. And I thought, he's not gonna, I never thought I was gonna get beat. And I think, Mr Frisk probably been in front quite a long time by that stage, and bit of company was certainly not doing him any harm. Yeah, so I was slightly worried that someone would come and do me late and wide, and but actually I had no idea we'd gone so fast, so nothing was really I never thought I was going to get beat for some reason. I'm never normally that confident, but I just always thought Mr. Frisk was doing enough in front.